My city is a mess. It looks fine from far away, especially during the sunset, but zoom in a tiny bit closer and it doesn't look that good anymore. This city is an example of what happens when rapid growth is the only end goal. Quality and quantity, one always comes first. And in this particular case, it's quite obvious which one that is. It might have something to do with the mechanics of the game and having to build from scratch in a short time. It is not how the cities work, well, with a few exceptions. Prez made an entire video called How City Skylines Makes You Plan Bad Cities. You can also check out the City Planner Plays video with suggestions for the game creators. I'll leave the links down below. The game definitely isn't perfect, but the biggest problem for my city doesn't come from these things. The actual problem was starting without the backstory and the end in mind. Real-life cities always have a story behind. Every city is unique. Cities have an identity of its own. It may be the architecture, green areas, pedestrian streets, and so on. There is always a reason why something is where it is and the way it is. Cities have history, culture, scenic spots, innovation centers, trade hubs, financial centers, different transportation networks, or lack thereof. Things that set them apart from other cities, and many more tiny details that make each city unique. They have a story behind them. Almost every city goes through a long development over hundreds of years. Things get built, damaged and replaced, redeveloped. It is a fascinating process worth exploring. And there are reasons why each city goes down a certain path. Natural environment and resources, culture, population, laws and regulations, policies, and so on. And my city has none of those things. It doesn't have any limits and therefore it has not got a spine, a backbone, something that would make it grow in one direction rather than the other. It hasn't even got a proper name, for God's sake. I've started this city almost 2 years ago and I don't feel like giving up on it yet. So the next best option is to remove everything that doesn't fit in and work with what's left. Even if that means bulldozing half the city. In the upcoming series, I want to dig deeper into the city planning and design and be more intentional with what I build. We'll be building a city that looks just as good as it works. Don't miss out on the new episode. Stay tuned.